So we are physically less than a month away from the trade deadline on February 10th, where we are definitely going to try to move Ben Simmons, but he ain't the only one. Reports came out today that we're going to try to package Tobias Harris with the Ben Simmons trade. How? That's 80 mil.
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking sixes in the bird gang, that's I like. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we screaming fly, eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. And today, we got a lot to talk about. There is good news, Sixer fans. If you haven't been paying attention, we are on a 9-game winning streak. Yes, 9 games. And like I said, by the end of January, the Sixers will be in the 3 spot. You heard it here first, maybe even higher. But before we get into today's topic, Sixer Nation, help your boy out and hit that like button. Subscribe if you are new. And ding that notification bell so you know when these videos dropped. We're going to get right into the rumors. NBA Central tweeted us about 5 to 6 hours ago. The Sixers are looking to package Tobias Harris with Ben Simmons in trade talks per Mark J. Spears. Listen, that is ridiculous. I mean, how can somebody say that? I understand that there might be rumors that we want to move off of Tobias. But moving Tobias by himself is hard. He makes more than Joel Embiid this year, and he's right around a max contract for a guy who is a role player. I believe in the right situation, Tobias Harris could be efficient. I think he has had an up and down season this year. He's doesn't really got his legs behind him. He's doing too much to compensate for 2-5 not being there. But to package them two together, that's dang near $80 million. How? Where? Why would somebody even do that? Now, again, Ben Simmons making a lot of money, not playing, but there's potential there that a GM says if we do this, that, and a third, or we put this, that, and the third around them, kind of like they did with Giannis, and don't have Joel Embiid there, maybe he can show that upside that people have been waiting for. I don't know. It's not happening in Philly. We all know that. But to even think about moving, just let's say this was realistic, right? It would have to, and I repeat, have to be a 3-team trade. No if, and, or buts. And it would have to be either an organization that is tanking, that wants picks, that has a piece that is decent, but they don't got pieces around and they want to just tank a little bit. That's who will go get a Tobias Harris, let his career kind of finish there. He gets his points, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? You keep the cap right, but they get picks or they get whatever. I don't know. The only other team that could want him for that price is a team that's literally a role player or a third or fourth guy away from a championship, right? You would have to be a guy away from the championship. Maybe you need a big, maybe you need a stretch, and he hasn't been shooting the 3-ball well. Now, again, people can say, okay, he's on a slump. He's doing too much. In our system, how Doc used him last year playing downhill in the post, at the basket, 10 to 15 footers, layups, fadeaways around the basket. He could be utilized. Maybe. I don't know. But Ben Simmons still is garnering attention. We hear the Blazers are still interested, the Kings, the Hawks. Who else? The Spurs were interested at one time. There's still a couple teams interested in Ben Simmons, and again, it's just off the potential. He is an all-NBA defensive player, first team. All that stuff adds up, assists, blah, 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 blah. He is 25 years old. It is what it is. Now, the Hawks were throwing out some rumors about John Collins and Cam Reddish. Reddish being a nice young piece that if Reddish is coming off your bench, it's legit, right? It lowers what we need from Shake, Furkan, and Matisse, who, still can't get it done on the offensive side, still plays tremendous defense. But you would love to have a guy like Cam Reddish coming off the bench. But if Tobias Harris is not a part of a deal, you can't have Embiid, Harris, and Collins, right? Because John Collins kind of simulates Tobias Harris. He's more athletic. He can get to the rim better. This year he's shooting better at the 3-point line, but he's not a solid 3-point shooter. I think he shoots about 34% from the three. He's shooting 54% from the field, 34% from the three, averaging about 17 and a half points, 8 rebounds, blah, 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 blah. He's more athletic. And because of the versatility of Joel Embiid, you could have Collins on the court with them because they both can shoot jump shots, both can shoot threes, and they're both physically dominant down low. Honestly, John Collins will help that rebounding problem that we have in Philly. But you couldn't keep Tobias. You couldn't just do John Collins for Ben Simmons and now have Collins, Harris, and Embiid in the starting lineup. You would have to move Harris. So now if you did get John Collins for Ben Simmons, defense, and he's a ball player. He can at least stretch the field better than Tobias now, right? But then you would have to move Tobias to another team and get something else. So if you were receiving Cam Reddish, John Collins for Ben Simmons, and say a decent different piece for Tobias, that would be doable. I don't think any one team can hold both these contracts. That's $80 million. Who and what would they give up? It's as simple as that. Again, John Collins is only an option for Ben Simmons with Cam Reddish if we would move on for Tobias Harris. Because like I said, he's probably a more younger, athletic version of Tobias Harris. I just can't really think right now. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think could be done, should be done? If we were to move Tobias Harris and Ben Simmons, it would have to be 3 teams. And like I said, it's easy to say that the Sixers are wanting to do this, but it's not easy to execute. I want to sell my house. I want to sell my car. That don't mean that people are going to line up to buy my house or my car. If I'm asking an outrageous price for my house or my car or blah, 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 I could list it for sale 100 times. I could tell everybody I'm going to sell it. That don't mean it's actually going to get sold. And that's the problem we have here. Even Ben Simmons, to another organization that believes in the upside, they got to be scared of his mindset and the fact that he's playing this hard with Philly, right? I think we're not even finding him anymore. Like, Ben Simmons has been low-key winning over us a while. I mean, he's hurting his trade value. And again, if he wants out, the best thing he would do is to show teams that as long as you come get me, I'm going to treat you guys better than I treated Philadelphia. I mean, it is what it is. But the trade deadline is less than a month. I think Daryl Morey is looking at how dominant Joel Embiid is, how he's upping a guy like Seth Curry and Maxey and even Harris. I mean, he's carrying these guys. 9-game winning streak. It is what it is. I don't care who we played. Everybody's going through the health and safety protocols. That's kind of how we got beat up. Tobias actually never been the same since the health and safety protocols that he missed time, and maybe he's struggling through that. But at least Tobias gets it. He's not going to let something like this play in his head. He's a veteran. He's been around the block, Orlando, L.A., Philly. So, I mean, let me know in the comment section who, where, why, how. But we do got to get Ben Simmons off the team. Again, if we end up not trading Tobias and we keep Tobias, I think later down the line, he can get back to his efficient 20-point-a-game scoring and contribute it with some defense and some decent play. But we have to have this system, and we have to have another piece, right? We have to cover up, or we have to fill in the hole called 2-5 with that money. You get a solid player. If it goes Embiid, somebody, Curry, who actually I think stepped up, and we talked about him being a 6th man in the offseason. He showed damn sure that he could start in the NBA and work the 2-man game. So if you got Embiid, somebody, Curry, Maxey, and then Harris is contributing with that, I think it'll be all right. You just can't have it be Embiid Harris. If Harris is that next guy, he gets in his head, he tries to ISO. Harris, ISO, and 3-pointers this season has been ugly. I mean, he's been missing layups too, but it is what it is. Leave all your thoughts in the comment section when it comes to this possible news. Like I said, it's easy to say, I want to get rid of this, that, and the third, but how can you do it? Murray got his hands full because you cannot, I repeat, you cannot allow this season from Joel Embiid to go to waste. But your boy Philly Mike did say after January is over, we'll be in the 3rd seed. We will be in the 3rd seed, maybe more. Until next time, like I said, leave your thoughts in the comment section. Sixer Nation, I go by Philly Mike. This is the Philly Talk Podcast.
This is Philly Talk with
my bad. Hit the like button if you haven't done it already. Subscribe if you are new, and ding that notification bell so you know when we drop these videos. We are out. Peace.